Hello everyone, this is Sage and welcome to Kalkine Media's Expert Talks 20-minute roundup. And today, to share the news on their upcoming IPO, we have Mr. Alex Hanley, the CEO of Polymetals. And we bring to you industry leaders, successful business owners, market and equity advocates all under the one roof to help you discover the insights of the stock market and help you understand how one can create multiple passive income streams. Welcome, Alex. It's a pleasure to meet you.
G'day, Sage. Likewise.
Thank you. So to give you some background, Polymetals Resources is a gold exploration mining company, and we have Alex here today to share some of his brilliant insights. So we won't keep you in the dark from Alex's knowledge any longer. Let's get started with our discussion. Gold resource companies are garnering good attention among investors. The name Polymetals Resources might be new to the ASX and our audience at Kalkine, but could you please introduce the Polymetals team behind the company, please?
Yeah, thanks, Sage. So Polymetals is a gold exploration company holding 100% interest in two key and strategic licenses within the well-known and well-endowed Siguiri Basin in West Africa. The board is composed of three directors: Dave Sproul, a seasoned and well-known gold mining developer within Australia, with 35 years of experience within the industry. Dr. Chris Johnson, another director, he's an experienced geologist, having worked within all states in Australia, both in exploration and production. And he's been shepherding the project from a technical standpoint since January 2020. Chris Scraw, successful self-made property developer, is our third director, and he's brought a wealth of commercial acumen to the board since coming on board. So we have a very well-rounded and well-balanced board. I lead the senior management team, having previously delivered projects and shutdowns within the mining, manufacturing, and oil and gas industries within Australia. Joining me is our company secretary and CFO, Vince Vade. Vince is an experienced public company COSEC, and our exploration management is headed up by Henry Tabar. Henry Tabar is domiciled in Sydney, and having previously worked in Mongolia, PNG, Indonesia, and China. Just to name a few, Henry, he systematically planned the exploration program and upcoming works within our Siguiri portfolio, in liaison with our country manager, Agabu Bar. Agabu Bar is formerly worked for TSX-listed Cassidy Gold in bringing the Carusa project online within the Siguiri Basin. So he's tried and tested in providing that operational oversight within the region. He manages, along with Henry, on-site Guinea national exploration team, headed up by a senior geologist, junior geos, and two field techs. So we've got roots in the area, and we're geared up for success.
Fantastic. Sounds like you have a very huge wealth of knowledge combined there in your team. In less than 9 months of incorporation, Polymetal owns Kalkine and Mansala projects, proximal to the world-class mining operations in Guinea. How prospective has the regional neighbourhood been in the past, please?
The Siguiri Basin is an established and well-known mining jurisdiction. There are two operations to our west within the basin: Nordgold's Leifa mine with a resource of 8 million ounces, and Anglo Gold Ashanti's Siguiri gold mine, a very well-known gold mine. 14 million ounces and having produced 6.6 million ounces to date. It only sits 37 kilometres to our west. So we're in close proximity there. And there are numerous ASX-listed explorers within West Africa. Specifically within the Siguiri Basin, we have Golden Rim. They hold the Cater project, which is the southwest of the Polymetals license. And of course, Predictive Discovery. They hold Kanako and Bankan to our south. And Predictive Discovery have just recently raised 26 million to further their discovery at Bankan. So it shows that investors are keen and the prospectivity within the region. So in summary, Sage, Polymetals is in good company within the Siguiri Basin.
Absolutely. Sounds like you're making a lot of work for the region as well, which can sometimes be a bit sparse in the way of employment, being so remote. in the past, both Kalkine and Mansala projects have been operated by artisanal miners, which adds to the prospectivity of the project. How significant is the potential at the gold projects, please?
That's the head start Polymetals have. The artisanals have clearly shown us that the licenses produce gold. Geological team estimate that over 70% of our license is covered with historic or current artisanal workings. The artisanals only mine shallow depth until standing height above the water table, around 15 metres or so. They're great prospectors and have given our team a great indication of the focus areas for the upcoming exploration program.
Excellent. Thank you so much for sharing your insights. At the Kalkine project, 2 soil sampling programs and phase 1 RC drilling have been completed. What are the key outcomes of the exploration programs on the project so far, please?
Our northernmost tenement is Kalkine. Kalkine, we've completed 2 soil sampling programs and 1 RC drilling program. The soil sampling program illustrated to us that 20% of the license is covered in gold anomalies of 40 parts per billion or greater, against a background of about 5 parts per billion, which shows the great or the significant opportunity within that tenement. So following up from the great soil sampling results that we obtained, we completed 2,400 metres of RC drilling. That RC drilling was covered across all 4 traverses. All 4 traverses intercepted mineralisation. The best being traverse 4, in particular hole 14. Hole 14 showed us both mineralisation in shallow and mineralisation at depth. This is essentially what our geologists call a type hole. Type hole in this context talks to the fact that this is the type of hole in which is recognised within economic deposits regionally. This points to the fact that this is the same type of geology, obviously, that the Sagiri gold mine 37 k's to our west was founded on. So, these are the type of geology that we're focusing on, and this gives us clear targets for the future. 10 k's south of Kalkine is our Mansala tenement. We've completed 1 due diligence soil sampling campaign, and the results were very similar. We found 10% of the licence holds gold anomalies of 40 parts per billion or greater, which further reiterates the prospectivity within the region. So couple that, Sage, with the artisanal workings, we're in a very good position.
Absolutely, and congratulations on that type hole 14, and we look forward to hearing more about any scoping studies and pre-feasibility studies that may emerge. Polymetals seeks to raise a minimum of $5 to $7 million via the IPO on the ASX. Would you like to share the details and key dates of the IPO with our esteemed viewers, as well as your ticker code, please?
Yeah, ticker code is POL. And as you said, we'll be raising 5 to 7 million at 20 cents per share. Based on a maximum subscription, board of management will hold roughly 38%, and the IPO shareholders coming in at 40%. The offer is planned to close this Friday, 28th of May, and we're hoping to be quoted on the ASX mid-June.
Okay, fantastic. Well, I can feel the excitement and the passion when you speak about your projects, so all the best with that. As per your prospectus, the funds raised through the IPO would be primarily utilised towards the exploration programs and as a general working capital purpose. What exploration programs have been planned at the Kalkine and Mansala gold projects, please?
The funds raised under the offer will go to furthering both of our tenements within the Sagiri portfolio. 70% of those funds will be deployed straight into the exploration program that we've planned. That program comprises of first Kalkine. There is clear focus and target areas that we've established. So 51 metres of RC drilling has been planned to commence mid-June. But based on our listing, we will be drilling as soon as we can. In saying that, in parallel, we'll be looking to first map and then chase up the soil sampling that we did at Mansala, and we hope to put the maiden drilling campaign at Mansala in place thereafter.
Fantastic. Well, the industry that you're in is definitely under the spotlight at the moment with the commodities super cycle that we're going through, and the prices being monitored by mega nations like China. How is the Polymetals company positioned among other mineral explorations and development companies to create shareholder value, please?
Polymetals has advanced exploration projects, and the Guinea region, in particular, the Sagiri Basin, is underexplored generally. So we're at the forefront of that exploration within the region, and our results are compelling. We're committed to drilling out these resources and further define great value for our shareholders. Upon listing, as a comparison, the Polymetals EV will be at a 70% discount to the EV average of our exploration peers within the West African region. So this shows the significant potential and subsequent upside offered by Polymetals.
Absolutely. And I think, as you mentioned before, the personnel working in your team, your combined knowledge there of working in these emerging type of economies, that will bring a wealth of knowledge as well, and shareholder value. Inflation fears are drawing key policymakers' attention in this backdrop. What is your long-term view on gold, and where would you like your company to be in 12 months from now, please?
Sage, I think the investment thesis for gold hasn't changed. Now, with obviously the combination of a sizable broad money supply growth, along with public opinion pushing away from globalization, various industry experts are pointing or indicating that hard assets, namely gold, will be exposed to asset inflation. Gold, namely, being a key element within fixed assets. Our near-term strategy is to complete follow-up drilling on the significant anomalies within our Kalkine license and move south to Mansala, devoid of the gold price. To the near to medium term, Polymetals has a vision to delineate 2 million ounce resource in the next 12 months, and active in watching and putting all of our active management into watching that grow.
Fantastic. Well, we'll be watching this space as well, and hopefully we get a chance to speak to you as your projects develop again. So, unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. That's all the time we have for this discussion. Were there any final thoughts you'd like to share with our esteemed audience here at Kalkine, please?
Yeah, so three main takeaways for your audience. We're operating with a very well-known and well-endowed mining jurisdiction, and at the forefront of a potential gold rush. Number two, Polymetals, we've been operating within the region since 2017. We've established and maintained strong relationships both in the community and the government level. And finally, well, the results speak for themselves. You're more than welcome to visit our website and have a look at the prospectus IGR and the many drilling results that we have to date. So these results deserve to be drilled, and Polymetals will do so.
Fantastic. If you could just enlighten the audience of what your website is before we go, would that be okay?
Yeah. www.polymetals.com.
Perfect. Nice and easy. Polymetals.com. You heard that from the CEO, Alex Hanley of Polymetals Resources. Thank you so much for your insights and time today, Alex. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Sage.
And best of luck with the upcoming IPO. So, audience, thank you for joining us as well. And that was a fabulous show. And as we say at Kalkine, stay apprised and invest wise with Kalkine.